All right, so today is a very sad day because I am finally leaving Colombia. So excited to be back on the road, but I absolutely love Colombia. I will have to return. It's one of my favorite countries on earth and definitely motorcycle heaven. So I'm going to be crossing at Ipiales. There's two main areas that you can cross, one on the Pan American, one on the other side of the Andes. Because I took the Trampoline de la Muerte, I'm back on the Pan American, although I've done everything I can to avoid it. It just is the easiest place to cross right now. So we're going to cross at Ipiales, but first we're at Santuario De Las Lajas, and it's just an absolutely incredible church here built into this canyon. It was built sometime in the early 1900s on the site of somewhere, it's like 1860 or 1870. Apparently the Virgin Mary appeared to somebody here and I think cured someone. So it's a really special place in Colombia. It's one of the most beautiful churches and settings I've ever seen. And it's kind of out of the way. There's not a lot of gringo, foreign tourists here, because there's just not a lot around. But if you're crossing from Ecuador to Colombia or Colombia to Ecuador at Ipiales, you have to come to Santuario de las Lajas and see it. So I'm just going to check this out and then head straight to the border and see how that goes. All right, we're at close to 3,000 meters, 3 kilometers in altitude, and I'm absolutely winded trying to walk up this canyon back to the top. All the beer and tacos and fried food really gotten to me.
Feliz viaje.
Gracias.
Hay como dice happy feliz, no.
Happy travels. Travel, viajar. Okay, so we're off to the border. It stopped raining a bit. I'm absolutely soaked from the sweat walking up the cliff. Got to get some gas and then we go. But I just tried to put in the town I want to get to today, and for some reason, I don't know why, my GPS doesn't have anything on Ecuador. So I knew that the Garmin, there was a couple countries in Central America that didn't have Garmin maps, and I think Ecuador in South America might have been one also. But I thought I downloaded some, I don't know what you call them, they're not from Garmin, but you can load them up. And that worked for all the countries I've been to so far. But I guess Ecuador wasn't in that list. So we're gonna have to do it the old school way. All right, so this looks like the border. Migración, exit. I'm gonna park my bike here. All right, so immigration and DN are here, so I'm gonna go in and check it out. I'm pretty sure I'm out of practice, but I'm pretty sure it's me first at immigration, then the bike at DN. But all right, well, exiting Colombia for my passport took all of 30 seconds, no line, walk straight up, get it done, and hopefully the same happens in the DN. Around the corner, let's go. All right, well, that was quick and painless, surprisingly. Just went to the immigration and then the building DN behind me. Both, there was no lines, in and out, 2 minutes each. I don't think I've been at the border for 10 minutes, so incredible. I didn't even need the infamous exit stamp in the passport to get the TIP canceled. In a lot of cases, you can come prepared with all your photocopies, but a lot of places they want the exit stamp in your passport, and then you gotta go find somewhere to photocopy it. And I read on iOverland before I came today that some people didn't ask for any copies of anything. So I don't suppose I can be lucky enough that the Ecuador border is gonna be so smooth, but let's go find out. All right, so I did see there's a parking lot further up here that you'll see. So I didn't have to park my bike here, but I actually think it's a pretty good spot because there's a lot of people at the other place. And some security guards, nobody else around. Pretty good here. But there didn't seem to be a lot of people coming into Colombia. That's probably why it was so quick. Seems like there's quite a bit of people going in Ecuador. So I suspect it won't be quite as quick, but we're gonna find out. That was definitely the most quick and painless border crossing, half border crossing I've had. No wait, 2 minutes each place, no photocopies. All right, immigration. I suppose I got, oh, there's, well, look how many other overlander guys are here. Cool. Quite a few of them. I don't know if that's a good sign or bad sign that they're all waiting. What do we got? Chile, 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 Colombia. All right, so immigration, Aduana, should be pretty straightforward, I suppose. And we got immigration on the right, Aduana on the left. Aduana, immigration. All right, so that was definitely the worst out of all the borders that I've done. The process is pretty straightforward. Walk into immigration, no line, 10 seconds, stamp the passport, fine. And then you got to go to the Aduana right beside it. There was only about 5 people ahead of me, and I waited for about 3 hours. The people in commercials, the trucks, they just kept cutting in front. I guess just the way it's done. They get priority, gotta wait. And then for any of the people trying to import their bikes, there was a couple of us, we just had to wait hours. Literally, there was some guys that got there at 7 in the morning, said they'd been there for 4 hours. You just gotta wait, and then you gotta give them all your documents, and then they give you their camera. You gotta go out, take a picture of your bike, the plate, the serial number, bring everything back, whole bunch more run around, don't exactly understand what takes so long. And then they send you an email, so you got to make sure you have some data. They send you an email, you got to show them the email, and then it's done. But after all that, we are in Ecuador, and it's time to go. I don't have too much more light today. Again, it just took hours, so I'm gonna try and get to Ibarra, and yeah, let's go Ecuador. Woo! Okay, into Ecuador we go. So that's immigration first, then Aduana, where you wait for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. Couldn't tell you why. And here we go. Don't really know which way we're going, but I suppose it's this way. So I know they've had quite a bit of trouble recently in Ecuador with violence. Wow, look at that. I've seen lots of smoke in the hills. It's on fire there. Big one on the road here. Quinta San Carlos. Okay. All right, so quick little funny story to finish this off, the bureaucracy in Ecuador. I went to get a SIM card, bought a SIM card, $4. Can't activate it. Won't let me activate it without having a cedula, like the national ID here, so couldn't get it activated. Went to a Claro store. Figured they'd be able to activate, no problem. Okay, do you have your passport? Give him the passport. And he said, actually, we don't have SIM cards here you can buy. You gotta go buy one at the store and bring it back to activate. Okay, fine. So leave the Claro store, buy a Claro SIM in another store, bring it back, he activates it. It's only good for 3 days. So I said, can I just recharge it here? I think it's $10 for 30 days. You get like unlimited gigabytes. I said, no, after you bought the SIM card, brought it here, I've activated it. You gotta go back to the other store and recharge it at Claro. The actual company can't do anything other than activate it. Anyway, that's just funny, the bureaucracy in Ecuador. And that's it for today. We got more coming up tomorrow. Exciting day tomorrow. Another one.